So the new Roblox Jailbreak update has finally released, and there has been a ton of new things added to the game. From having 2 different escapes in the prison, having a new limited, season 30, getting Game Pass gifting, and way more many things. Today we're going to be covering all of these different things in this video and looking through all of them and seeing what we think of them. So first off, we start at the prison by one of the escapes. Well, the sewers got updated, and once you go into the sewers, you can see right here that the sewers looked really like the OG sewers and more updated, because you have one exit here, which is basically at the beginning of the prison. Then you have another escape here, which if you go right here will be at where the Camaro spawns now, and then you have a third place where it's just next to the tunnel. Now, they also updated the boxes, making it easier so you can jump around and do many things, making the path easier and making prison to escape in general easy. This basically allowed the prison escaping to be way more easier for criminals and making it more difficult for the cops. And we also have another escape here which I will cover later in the video for you guys. So, Asimo also added a new feature where when you're a criminal, instead of spawning in the prison, you will spawn as a criminal team with a pistol. But this is only a testing feature, so only minimal people have this as a feature, whereas I don't, but I don't know if my friends do. And basically, as a criminal, you will spawn as a criminal in a volcano base or somewhere else. And this is only being tested, as we don't know if this will be a feature which will be kept or if it's a feature which will be completely removed from the game in the next 2 weeks, and maybe it could stay in the game forever, but we don't know. We have to see what Asimo and Bad CC think about it and how they are going to test this, and if they're going to think about it of keeping it or if they're not going to keep it and if they're just going to remove it from the game. But if you do have this feature for now, this is actually a really useful feature, as you don't have to escape the prison no more and you can just go through the criminal base. Now, they also added Game Pass gifting, and what it is basically in passes, there's a gift button, and when you click on it, you can pick a certain Game Pass of your choice. For example, VIP. Then you type the username. For example, we'll type xgamerdoctor20, which is my username, and then you can basically gift it to that person. That now works with any Game Pass, so it's basically the same as a season pass. Aside from all those other cool updates, we also have the main update right now, Season 30, the Horror and the Dark Winter, which has some incredible prizes, including the level 10. So let's go ahead and look at the level 10 prize. Well, here it is. This is the level 10 car. It looks insanely cool with an insane thruster at the back. Honestly, it looks like the Batmobile, and so does the interior, as the interior has the also has a Spider-Man, and it shows the engine, the Y5 V8, which is really interesting. And we also have some other small prizes to it. For example, we have the prize as a texture, which is called the Chilling. Then we also have a few rims. We have one of them is Bad Omen, and we also have another one down here which is called the Scythe. We also have a really cool drift, which is like spitting out skulls, and we also have 2 different spoilers, one of them being something with the King Soul Reaper, which is given at the 2% prize at the end of the season. And we also have another one which is some like a spoiler with 2 different blades on the side of the car. And we also have one that's called the Ghost Catcher, which is basically like a vacuum cleaner catching all of the ghosts and trying to suck it all in, which is really cool. Now, Jailbreak also added a new feature with nukes. Instead of when a nuke happens you get a radiant, you'll get something else which is called a radio, which I can show you here, which is a tire style. Now, so far we've only gotten one, and it is the red one. It looks really cool, but it looks really weird when it is into the tires, which makes it look a bit weird, but overall I feel like with a hyperchrome it goes really nice. Now we're going to go look at the new limited itself and the looks of it, the aesthetics of it, and many more things. Here it is. You can see it looks really nice. It really has that wintry feeling with a really good interior, and it is out for 6 days by the time of me recording this video at the moment, and it costs 850k Jailbreak cash. Let's take it for a spin and also listen to the engine sound of it. Now, this isn't the only thing about the vehicle, as it also has this tail thing on the back of the car, which depending on which way you go, the tail thing also moves by itself, and the tail lights also have a little cool effect, which is really cool when you're drifting around the place. Now, this car also has a cool feature, which is a jump effect. When you click G, you're jumping into the sky. But for some reason, there's also a glitch where something when you jump, it has this effect. And if you're trying to jump from the ground to a building, sometimes the glitch can happen where it won't allow you and there's a cooldown, so you have to wait. Now, we're gonna go look at the top speed of this car. We can see that the car has around a top speed of 210 to 220, which is okay and isn't the best, but overall I think it is a very good car in general. Now, it also has a really cool interior where I don't know why, but my head's missing, but it feels a lot overwhelming when you're driving on the interior side. So if I were you, I'd recommend for the people who have this car to not drive with an interior, as it feels very weird as your head isn't there, and basically, yeah. Another feature which they added was highly roller surface, which sadly I don't have, which is basically when you have 5 mode cash and above and you want to grind without having hackers come in there and hack you, which is really useful. Now, lastly, we also have a new code which got added, which is called Limited 2025, which when you redeem it will give you 15k cash. Well, yeah, that is pretty much everything for the winter update 2025 update for Jailbreak. If there's anything that you guys want to specifically know more about, please let me know in the comments down section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.